Coming to you live from inside, outside, and all around our houses in this COVID-inspired lockdown. This is Calm Down with Mulk and Braden. Join us tonight as we have special guests, musical guests, video of the week, and who knows what else happens when we turn the satellite on. Please give a big hand to our house band, George and the Jetsons. Remember to calm down and welcome your hosts, Mulk and Braden. Braden, we are back. Welcome, friends.
We're back.
Without an iPad opening titles, too. I mean, how great is that?
So much polish, mate. So much polish. Who would have thought? Episode 2, we're back.
I know. It's incredible. You would think that we've got a budget. Breaking news for my bosses, we don't have a budget. I haven't spent anything, so you can just stay calm.
No budget.
It's all very good. Tonight, friends, calm down. We have probably the biggest show yet, and that's saying something given this is our second episode. Tonight's show is brought to you by the letters H and D and the numbers 1903. And Braden, look, I'm excited. What's the thing that's probably got you the most pumped for tonight's Calm Down episode?
Mate, we've got a new segment coming up.
A new segment?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I had a chat to the producer. He said, we want to keep the show fresh. Yes. I don't want to give it away yet, but I've been working for hours this week on a new segment. It'll come up after our first guest, and I'm really excited.
Look, I'm keen to hear all about that. This is obviously a production meeting that I missed. Braden, Now, we also, in last week's episode, we announced that there's a giveaway happening. What's happening with the giveaway?
And here it is, Mulk. This is my pre-loved Jurassic Park T-shirt from
It looks
Kmart.
very loved.
Yeah, it's been well loved. Debuted at Easter Madness 2018. And if any of the viewers there, Mulk, give us the best content in the comment section, I will send them that shirt. That is right. The shirt, and it's free. It's a prize.
That's right.
So,
and we want to know what your comments are, because what we can do is we can add your comments on screen exactly like this from Christy Morgan, who has decided to be a smart aleck and suggests that we need canned laughter, when the reality is, I'm personally well within myself. I don't need your pity. Give me your actual laughter.
I've been laughing since the first moment. So, Look, Mulk, I also want to start off with a conspiracy theory about coronavirus, if that's okay. God. Everyone else is doing it.
Sure. Why not?
I think it's the teachers. I think it's the education department.
What?
Two reasons. Sure. First reason, teachers, we know their job's really hard. They've got to work 6 hours a day. And they only get 10 weeks off a year. And so I think they've gone, you know what? Let's make a virus that doesn't affect us, although they are an increasingly aging workforce, but just and then we can work from home and take it easy. And the other thing is, my kids have been on holidays down here in Victoria for 2.5 weeks. They're chomping at the bit. They're actually looking forward to going back to school. So the teachers are like, hey, I've got enthusiastic kids and a lot less responsibilities. It's the teachers, man. It's the teachers.
I'd like to take this opportunity to distance myself from that theory and say that view is Braden French's alone and not the view of Calm Down and any of its production crew or staff.
Well, I'm going to do some research, some more research.
You probably should, given both our wives work at school.
True. But my wife, neither of them watch this show, so we're in the clip.
Also very true. Remember, for the giveaway, all you have to do is give some great content. Add a comment, like Phil Dokmanovich, looking very resplendent, recently ordained Reverend Phil Dokmanovich, I might point out. Add comment here. I mean, it's that kind of pithy, insightful. That's what we've come to expect from Reverend Phil. That's beautiful. Now, Braden, I just before we get to our first guest, I need to make an apology for last week. Our satellite crosses, not so great.
No.
I have put another 20 cents in the machine, and I've lifted the game. So I thought we might try and cross to, let's see if we can get it up here. Here we go. Let's try and find, Luke, are you there? Can you hear us?
Luke?
Come on.
Yes, well, good evening, Brett. Oh, no!
Oh.
What?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Well, that's unfortunate. We might see if we can get back to Luke later tonight.
Can we get some tech help up on the side stage?
He needs to work out how to make the tripod go. But we'll get him sorted. That should be I'm sorry about that. Look, Braden, can you fill us in who is our special international guest?
Well, friends, we reached for the stars. We wanted to bring in a guest that would add an element of class, some sophistication, some wisdom. Couldn't get anyone. So it is my pleasure to welcome to CalmDown, Julian Hamilton.
Yay!
There he is! Yay! Jules,
good morning, gentlemen. Oh, good evening.
Morning.
Whatever.
Jules, who are you, and what do you do with yourself?
Actually, I'm a teacher, and I have just been highly offended by your theories. Actually, I did train as a teacher. I trained as a teacher maybe years ago, before I became a youth worker, and I am currently a Methodist minister working in Trinity College, Dublin, as a dean of residence and Methodist chaplain. I'm currently in Northern Ireland, in Great Britain, helping to kind of just live with my parents who are elderly during this interesting time. So yeah, college closed down. Has that happened in Australia? Have all the colleges and universities?
Yeah. Zero fun. Good to see that you've kept the tradition of being a youth worker still alive if you're still living with your parents. That's fantastic.
Totally.
Jules, how we are asking all, I guess, how has this COVID-19 craziness impacted you and your ministry?
So my 85-year-old mother still this morning is asking me to move my car so she can go out and do a message. And so there's something in the world that nobody seems to really get what's happening. This has not happened in the lifetime of my parents. And my father was born, and my mother was born really into the war. So they're a wartime generation, and they are still going, so what's happening? What do you mean I can't go to the shops? What do you mean I have to stay in? Why can't you take me out for a drive? But I want to go for a drive. I want an ice cream. It's winter. It's Ireland, but I want an ice cream. So there's a very real sense of just this has been crazy, and people haven't gone through anything like this before. I got in the car whenever the writing was on the wall in Trinity. They closed lectures and put the lectures online a couple of days before everything else closed. Before the Taoiseach, the Irish Prime Minister, said, "Yep, no schools, no colleges." So by that time, I had got across the border just in case they managed to close it after all of these years of Brexit negotiations. So came up to try and be a good son. But the ministry stuff, by the way, in terms of pastoral work, well, like everybody else, lots of Zoom meetings, lots of conversations like this. And can I just say how much more fun you two are at this sort of distance? This makes it so much safer. It's absolutely beautiful. But I think in terms of pastoral work, not massive difference, because I'm so much a student. Pastoral care and connection is done online anyway. So Facebook messaging, instant messaging, Twitter, conversations, kind of FaceTime with people. So that hasn't changed at all. Actually, that's more or less kind of the same. I really miss face-to-face contact because I'm an extrovert. No, you two wouldn't understand that at all. No. But so really missing kind of actual humans in the midst of this. But in terms of the work, the work has gone on. We in our chaplaincy, I can look at you two going, let us say something. But you started in our chaplaincy. We have two priests and an Anglican priest as well. There's four of us, and the two Catholic priests, they wouldn't be the most technically excitable gentlemen. So actually this week, we, rather than give our Lenten reflections, we've been able to record them and get them online. So we have our 7-year-old priest actually, who's given his Lenten reflection for it's Father Alan today, and Peter did yesterday and tomorrow. So all sorts of exciting newness meeting the challenges.
Excellent. Jules, in a word or two, how are you how are you calming down? How do you calm down?
At the end of every academic year, I go into silence for 2 or 3 days. I go to a Jesuit retreat center, and I talk with a spiritual director there. It is it's a forced silence at the minute. It's tough for extroverts. It's tough being hidden away. There are things to do. And here, I've got jobs to do. There's lots to do. So I'm reading. I'm enjoying the stillness and the silence where it is arriving. And the third thing I'm being a little bit creative. There's been a surge of creativity, most of which is pretty crap. But it's really interesting that people are finally having a bit of a surge in poetry, in short story writing, in blogging, in creating web TV shows, online. All the surge in creativity is brilliant. I love it. It took you both, or Malk, about 5 seconds. Braden's not even there yet. With that, there's so much creative stuff happening.
So much. If only we could find it.
I'll tell you. Let me read you a poem. I wrote a poem the other day,
okay.
And this kind of encapsulates maybe the last thing you said as well, what I'm really thinking. I'm loathing that people are dying. I'm loathing that people are dying. Yeah. Edit that.
Yeah.
I'm loathing that people are dying. I'm loving that some find new life. I'm loathing the sniping and griping. I'm loving that rainbows are rife. I'm loathing I can't see my best friends, but I'm loving the chats on the phone. I'm loathing the savior syndromes evolving, but I'm loving I can smile at their ego. I'm loathing that families are having to change their grieving habits. I'm loving that this has been forced on them, yet they find themselves brave and at rest. I'm loathing the rupture and breakdown and chaos. I'm loving the bad theology that follows every crisis. It invites me to smile, question, reflect, and ask what I really think. And what I really think is this: loathing and loving will never be distanced. To love is to have your heart wrung. We live in the tension of best and the worst. We hold opposing ends as we must, and smile, and cry, and wonder, why me, why us, when will this time pass? And yet there's a spark to action and flourish, to creating and stirring a new world awake. From the twist of these times, new hopes are dawning of fairness and healing and peace. If Occam was right, it might be as simple as what matters can be you and I. Break it all down, let anxieties go, drop your shoulders, smile and let's sigh. Find hope and care for your neighbours. Give as much as you can. Notice the earth, how clean it can seem when we stop all our stirring and breathe. We're all in this together. There is no easy escape. So hold it all, maybe even enthrall yourself with wonder as all is reshaped. The sadness, the courage, the loss, life made new. May these days inspire some brave new habits for them, for me, and for you. I think
Jules,
you know what I mean?
That's amazing.
We're getting all creative, most of it a bit crap like that. But if you go.
I was going to say earlier, that sound grab, most of it's a bit crap, will be on the promo for next week's episode. But
taking it as an endorsement.
I might disrupt the run sheet, keeping an eye on the production team behind me, and we might take that as our Easter blessing.
Yeah, I think that's marvelous.
Yeah, we're in my ear saying, wrap it up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Julian Hamilton, thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful Easter up there in Belfast.
A pleasure.
And thank you for blessing us with your wisdom and your poetry and a good bit of clack.
Thanks to you guys. Absolutely delighted to see you. Have a good night in the show.
Thank you, Jules.
Thanks, Jules. See you, mate.
Braden,
how good are overseas guests?
Overseas guests are amazing. Can we just have a quick, off-air production meeting? Can you not try accents ever again?
To be sure.
God. It's marvelous that Jules joined us all the way from Scotland.
Yes.
But I think that what we got to hear from there was a really great reflection on how, because this isn't just in Australia, right? This whole, COVID-19 coronavirus thing is happening everywhere, and it's affecting everyone. And Jules's reflection on that, and particularly that poem, is a wonderful way for us to contemplate that in the midst of this, we make a choice. That was marvelous.
And I mean, that sort of good content is a good warm-up to the new segment, Mark.
It sure is, which reminds me, Braden, it's time for our new segment. Now, I have so many questions, I have to say. But what I'm going to say is that, Braden, I hear that you have a new segment. We have not rehearsed this. I'm very, very edgy.
Oh, I've rehearsed it.
Oh, good. So, Braden, he says unknowingly, what's the new segment?
Mulk, me and the senior production staff, we sat down and thought, how do we add a cutting edge? And we came up with this idea. You know what? Everyone's into these days? Reality TV.
They sure are. They absolutely are.
Yep. And so this week's new segment is our very own version of the sort of the home renovation building genre.
Oh, great. So we're getting like the block or the house rules kind of thing going on.
That's it.
Look, come on then. I'm ready. Come on. I'm ready for it.
Okay, you ready? Right, here we go.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
She doesn't understand.
Braden, what is going on? This isn't renovation reality television.
Yeah, mate, they all just cry. All episodes. You don't see them do anything. They just cry. And I thought we could have that.
We can, but we don't need to hear your backstory. I would need to learn how to do something creative and be engaged in the whole renovation.
Okay. All right, okay, no worries. Well, I've got
you sprayed yourself good.
How do I clean up an aisle too? I've got some advice on how to join two bits of wood.
Good, excellent. Let's go with this. This won't be at all crappy.
I grew up on a farm. A lot of people know that, and so wood joinery was one of the skills we learned as a child.
Great.
Traditionally, you could use.
I'm going to put you on full screen so people get the full value of this.
Traditionally, you could use a cable tie. You see that I've used cable tie. Or the other way, we used to do it back in the time, gaff tape. But I wanted to demonstrate this new technology. So you got here two pieces of wood.
Yeah, correct.
Now some people might use screws. There are two types of screws, Molk. Did you know that?
Really?
There are silver screws and gold screws. But we're not going to use screws tonight. We're going to use nails.
There are two types of nails. Wrong way. Here we go.
Two types of nails as well. There are big nails and little nails. Tonight I'm going to use a big nail and a hammer. You ready?
Right.
We're going to put this in the wood. 1, 2, 3.
The camera didn't move much.
There we go. So as you can see, I've used the hammer and nail to join two bits of wood. And that's it for the new segment. What do you reckon, Bob?
Look, I think we'll have another off-air production meeting and consider that maybe it needs to be a little bit more than that, Braden. But nonetheless, I think it was a good first attempt.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know how to deal with that.
I can also use this headband for if we do a Survivor segment too, I reckon. This has got a good Survivor vibe.
It does have good Survivor vibes. Yeah. Or you could, sort of pull it halfway up like this and you could rob a bank.
Yes.
Just like this.
Yes, I could. Hey, Phil Dokmanovich just jumped in, nailed it. That's better quality content in the comments.
So far, that is winning.
That's tonight. What we love.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is your gold standard. You've got to step beyond that.
Mind you, if Phil tries to wear this shirt, he could probably use it as a tent. So, that's right.
I just want to say, friends, that it's this kind of preacher pun that you've got to get past to win the Jurassic Park T-shirt. And I'm going to break the news now, Braden. An extra thing is going into the prize pack.
I heard rumours.
An extra thing, and I'm going to tell you rumors. It is. As seen on Calm Down with Malk and Braden, this half-used pen. It's now in the prize pack.
Oh, fantastic. That's the one that writes the show notes.
This writes the show notes, right? Those notes written by this pen out of this brain. That is how good you're getting real behind-the-scenes television stuff here, people. So I would be prepared for that. Now, Braden, the EP is in my ear, and he is telling that it's time. We've got Luke back. He's worked out his tripod.
How to use a tripod? Yep.
Yeah. Our special correspondent, Luke. Can you hear us? Are you ready to go? What's happening, mate? Let's see what's happening.
Luke, you there, mate?
Good evening, Braden. Oh,
what?
Oh, it happened again. Oh, that's not great. Apologies for that. I'll have to nick out probably in the next segment and see if we can get that going. Look, Braden, the important thing is that he's trying. As our special correspondent, he's really having a real
my chin. There we go.
Yeah, you look a whole lot better now. Friends, we've made it to that part of the show where time for video of the week. Video of the week. All of our budget went in the opener.
Mark, I'm going to jump in here because this week I joined TikTok.
What? What is this TikTok?
Yeah, I joined TikTok because I've got dance moves inside me that need to be released, but also it's good research for video of the week. So it needs no introduction except that it helps if you've seen Frozen 2. Roll that clip.
All right, let's put it in and see what they got to tell us.
And that's it. That's the sort of good gear I'm looking for on TikTok.
I really probably need to see Frozen 3 if it features the shouty weird. Two. Isn't that Frozen 3 that we just saw?
That could be.
The trailer for Frozen 3?
Yeah, it's a short.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
What's your video, Mom?
The wheels have fallen off already. I don't know what's happening. Right. So, Braden, last week I shared with you an amazing pickup. John Krasinski has started his own news network in competition to us. And what we need to do is support him because he's all about some good news. He wants to get some good news out.
Help the little guy. You've got to help the little guy.
You've really got to get behind the Hollywood director and star. And this week, he did a whole bunch of great things. Go and watch it. It's all on YouTube. But while he and wife Emily Blunt were talking to a young girl called Aubrey, this guy jumped in and let's just say, I'm going to say, he stole the show.
Alexander Hamilton, we are waiting in the wings for you. Waiting in the wings, you can never back down. You never learn to take your time. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, America sings for you. Will they know what you overcame? Will they know you rewrote the game? The world will never be the same. Whoa. Ship is in the harbor now. See if you can spot just you wait. Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. Cities destroyed his rep. America forgot him.
We fought with him.
Me, I died for him.
Me, I trusted him.
Me, I loved him.
And me, I'm the damn fool that shot him.
Is it still going? Or
We're going.
Just you wait.
What's your name, man?
Alexander Hamilton.
Boom.
So good. I'm back.
Fantastic.
I'm still here. Was it good?
Fantastic. Yeah.
I've seen it a few times. I mean, I did. Look, I like to help the little guy. So I wanted to promote it. I wanted to make sure that people got to see it. The whole thing is on YouTube. Definitely worth checking out. Yeah, really. That Lin-Manuel Miranda guy, he should be in some.
He'll go places.
He really will. If only he could rhyme. Braden, now, it's not just about us. We want to hear about other people's videos of the weeks.
Yeah.
So what would be the best way for people to tell us about that?
They could get in touch with us. We don't have a page. We don't have a website, an email address. And we're fairly lousy on the gram. But I guess just reach out. Find us on Twitter. I'm at Braden French, or on Facebook. Just search for my name, Braden French. There's not too many of us, and I'm the one that looks like this. So, get in touch. Send us your... Or even like just during the week, come back to the show file, drop them in the comments. Yeah,
that's a great idea. If people want to share with us their videos of the week, you can add it in a comment. And because we're horribly narcissistic, we will come back and check and read every comment over and over and over again. So if you've got your video there, we'll find it.
I reckon if your video of the week makes it into an episode, you go in the running for the T-shirt too.
Sounds marvelous. I think that's spectacular. And the pen. The T-shirt and the pen, Brad. Let's be fair. We've had a few other comments pop up. Darren Wright was he wasn't thinking that your reality renovation show was going to end too well, Braden, but...
Well, it did. They're still together.
They're really did. Together. Can I ask what purpose those two bits of wood nailed together would serve?
A small step.
A very small step with a very big...
Or what about a water
health and
wheel?
Safety incident?
What about a water wheel?
That's probably a better way of not...
Hydroelectricity. If I do this real fast, it's like a fan.
You nearly hit yourself in the face, didn't you?
Yeah, they got close. They got close.
Great.
Look, the end of this show's on the horizon, and our musical guest is waiting in the wings. But can we try Luke one more time?
Sure.
As you figured out the tripod.
Look, I've just hang on. I'll check. Yep, definitely, we are ready to go. Let's see if we can get Luke into this thing. Luke, are you there? What's going on?
We've got them all worked out now, so no difficulties.
Yeah. No, he is.
Good evening, Braden.
Oh,
no.
Oh.
Clearly, I've got to go and do some...
We're going to have to cut him.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do some work with him.
We need more reliable than that. Yeah.
Mate, we need a lot of things more reliable than that, that's for sure.
This is my last episode.
At the moment, he is the star and we are simply his lackeys. Braden, as is customary in the CalmDown universe, we like to end the show, not with us gabbing, because you've heard too much of that, but we'd like to hear from an incredible musical star, a performer, if you will. Can you introduce our guest, please?
Yeah. Look, I've actually known this very talented lady who used to be a teacher, so hopefully she's still coming on after your smear campaign at the beginning. But she's now a professional. She's a wonderful singer-songwriter. Will be known to a lot of our audience. I think has played at a number of gigs.
Yes.
For Uniting Church conferences, but also a star in her own right and touring and releasing albums. Welcome to the show, Rachel Collis.
Yeah.
Hi, Braden. How's it going?
Good. You're sideways.
Am I sideways?
Yeah, but that's okay. We'll go with it.
We'll all turn sideways. Everybody pick up the phones and just do this.
Yeah.
Just do
Tilt your laptops, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Yes, there we go.
Hang on,
please.
Our tech support has been spent on turning that around.
So if Mol's got a question for me, it's going to get missed.
We're stuffed. No good. Braden, you're going to have to talk to her.
I want to know the show. What's the song about tonight?
Well, so the song's called Tomorrow, and I have to tell you, a few weeks ago with this whole COVID-19 thing, I was feeling really anxious. And this is a song about how focusing on the present can alleviate anxiety, which is why I chose it for tonight.
Fantastic. And if people want to hear more, where can they find you?
At rachelcollis.com.
Fantastic. rachelcollis.com. Someone drop that in the chat for us. Mulk, you're back. Time for us to wrap up so we can hear Rachel.
It is definitely time for us to get out. I'm going to get out first this week, Braden, because Rachel can hear you, and that way she'll know what's going on. Friends, thank you for joining us on CalmDown. I've been Steve Mulk. You've been you, and do something that's appropriate with your mum for me.
And friends, I've been Braden French, and come back next week. Tell your friends. Share the video if you can. Help spread the message. I'm going to get out of the way. We're going to leave you with Rachel Collis performing our end to close the show. Over to you, Rachel. Thanks so much. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Come, let's sit on this bench together. Snatch the calm before stormy weather. There's children and manicured dogs and joggers with their iPods. I hope we'll always be together. Catch a train to the never build ourselves a house with a veranda right around. But tomorrow is a trespass, a sin that's through the door in a whirlwind. I would never let him in. Let's order some pina coladas and hum along with the cigarettes. Let's carve out the moment that is and not what will be. 'Cause I don't wanna live in fear. I don't wanna live in fear. So tomorrow for today, you're not welcome round here. Come, let's sit on this bench together, collecting time and catching feathers they drift from left to right. How life eludes, though you watch with all your might. For tomorrow is a gambling man. He's always a lot to show his hand. Must we live at his command? Let's order some pina coladas and hum along with the cigarettes. Let's carve out the moment that is and not what will be. 'Cause I don't wanna live in fear. I don't wanna live in fear. So tomorrow for today, you're not welcome round here. Come, let's sit on this bench together. Seize that day, come whatever. Please don't go away. Don't ever go away. And let's order some pina coladas and hum along with the cigarettes. Let's carve out the moment that is and not what will be. 'Cause I don't wanna live in fear. I don't wanna live in fear. So tomorrow for today. Oh, tomorrow for today. You're not welcome